Here's the thing about keeping manipulative people accountable. They're manipulative. That's what they do. They're good at it. And so they game the system. So I don't know if in this particular scandal, John Crist, if he did have some sort of accountability system set up, but still, you need something that's robust, thorough. And I think I even mentioned on Twitter, maybe at this point he needs to say, hey, here's my phone if you need to look through it, or something super awkward like that, because the whole Christian porn blocker or something to that effect, I don't think would be adequate in his case. But it is a very interesting situation where John Crist basically admitted after being found out, because that's the only way these people admit anything, that he has some sexual problems, that he's both a sex addict and a virgin, which is the most evangelical combination that you could ever think of in that case. But it is a fascinating and, of course, heartbreaking story. Naturally, there's people who've chosen their sides before even knowing the story. One saying, oh, these poor white Christian males, and the other approach being, of course, that, oh, you can never trust terrible white males. But overall, it's a rather nuanced situation because it's unique. This isn't a pastor who was shepherding a flock and took advantage of them. This is a Christian comedian. There is a valid argument that perhaps these women who dressed up nicely to go to his concert should have not known what was coming because, again, John's persona is very harmless and immature to begin with on the internet and in person, I'm sure, but they should have figured it out a little sooner. I would disagree with that, but at the same time, like I said, this isn't a very clear-cut case of anything other than the fact that he was very wrong, he was very manipulative. I would stop short of calling him a monster because in some ways he was spitting game, as the young kids say, and not very good at it. But perhaps the term predator is correct for the innocence that people expected compared to what they actually got from him. So it is a situation that I will definitely ruin his stand-up career because what church is going to invite him back? He might be able to resurge through videos eventually. I think that depends on his accountability process, the way in which he actually shows change, and honestly, going to some good therapy. Unfortunately, in Christian circles, we have this idea that you go through this repentance, you have some random old guy with glasses who was a pastor once talk to you for a while, and then, oh, it's been 2 months. He's anointed. Let's put him back in the pulpit, or on, in this case, Instagram or whatnot. So in this case, I don't even think it matters as much, honestly, if he goes to some sort of Christian counseling. He probably needs a good counselor, a good psychiatrist, group therapy, IOP, PHP to throw out some mental health terms. I'm not really sure what he needs, but what he certainly doesn't need is some sort of fake, let's figure this out for a month and then get our little pony out there to do his show and make more money.